You order something listed at $32. You hand over your card, the charge processes, and the receipt prints out. The transaction finalizes at $38. No one explains the extra $6. It simply appears in the gap between the order and the payment. That invisible upcharge is a deliberate feature of modern commerce, a highly engineered method of extracting capital precisely when your guard is down. Between 2019 and 2024, the hidden fee economy in the United States grew from $64 billion to over $90 billion. We are tracking a rapid expansion of back-end surcharges, extracting tens of billions of dollars from the economy every year. To understand how this works, we have to look under the hood. This is a forensic breakdown of the psychological engine powering these fees, the corporations that rely on them, and the federal countermeasures deployed to stop them.
Game over!
That hidden fee represents an optimized $90 billion industry operating in plain sight. The mechanical engine driving this economy has a specific industry name: drip pricing. The operational logic starts by displaying an artificially low initial price. The goal is to capture your emotional commitment to the purchase before revealing the full cost. The system weaponizes the timeline of a sale. Your emotional commitment spikes because of that initial low price. The true cost is delayed until the walkaway friction mathematically exceeds the pain of paying the surprise fee. For years, these tactics were limited by law, but a specific legal shift allowed drip pricing to scale across the entire economy. In 2013, a lawsuit settlement quietly legalized credit card surcharges in the majority of US states. The industry immediately utilized this opening to push surcharges into standard transactions. Your hesitation at the register is a calculated variable. These financial systems leverage human psychology to bypass rational consumer consent. Once the psychology was proven, major institutional players adopted the architecture as a bedrock profit strategy. Airline change and baggage fees rose from $6.8 billion in 2015 to $7.6 billion in 2018. During that same period, the largest U.S. banks collected $11.5 billion in overdraft fees in a single year. Hotels followed the same pattern, extracting a record $2.9 billion in resort fees in 2018. Airlines, banks, and hotels all use the same drip pricing architecture to achieve these record-breaking numbers. Hidden fees function as a core profit strategy for the largest corporations in the country. The scale of this extraction has triggered a regulatory response designed to dismantle illegal implementations of the drip pricing model. The primary agency defining these boundaries is the Federal Trade Commission. To combat abuses in the automotive sector, the FTC implemented the CARS rule, which requires dealers to disclose the true total price of a vehicle up front. When dealers fail to comply, the enforcement is significant. In 2026, the FTC mailed 5,790 refund checks to Arizona car buyers who were victims of price manipulation at Coulter Motor Company dealerships. Those buyers were charged for VIN etching, tire nitrogen, and theft recovery packages they never approved. The total penalty extracted from the dealership group for these unauthorized charges was over $2.3 million. Letton Club faced similar enforcement after it was found deducting undisclosed fees from loans it explicitly marketed as free. Regulators forced the company to return $17.6 million to borrowers to cover those hidden deductions. Upfront disclosure defines the legal boundary between aggressive pricing and federal fraud. The FTC prosecutes the violations that failed this standard. Outside of corporate structures, environmental shifts create new vulnerabilities for price extraction. The FTC tracks scams that target consumers specifically in the cold months, taking cash up front for repairs and vanishing before the work is done. Snow removal is a primary vector for this type of seasonal fraud, exploiting the urgency of winter storms. Furnace repair is the second major vector. Scammers know consumers will pay a premium to restore heat during a freeze. While some scams are manual, others are automated, such as the rental car toll loop exploit. One driver in Texas reported a rental company charging a flat $15 administrative fee for every single toll crossed, turning a 31-cent charge into a repeated $15 hit. Whether it is a manual winter scam or an automated toll loop, both methods rely on the same principle: extracting value from a consumer who lacks immediate recourse. Emotional outrage is a useless countermeasure. Defending against this economy requires strict procedural protocols. Rule 1. Always pay by card rather than cash. This preserves your ability to dispute charges and maintain leverage over the vendor. Rule 2. Get everything in writing. Force the vendor to provide the total price before you give your agreement. Rule 3. Report violations to reportfraud.ftc.gov. This is the exact channel that triggered the multi-million-dollar Coulter and Lending Club cases. Those enforcement actions prove that reporting hidden fees leads to tangible financial recovery. The $90 billion economy relies on consumer distraction and resignation to survive. By utilizing strict payment protocols and federal reporting mechanisms, you transform from a passive target into a regulatory tripwire, effectively neutralizing the extraction engine. Okay, now listen. That $6 you didn't notice, that's happening to you right now, somewhere. And I'm going to keep finding exactly where. Subscribe if you don't want to be the last one to know. Next case drops soon. You'll want to see it.